beautiful spring morning. May not be as beautiful weather-wise where you are as it is here. We just have one of those beautiful southeastern Pennsylvania days that is just makes spring beautiful. So anyhow, moving right along. So what I wanted to talk today about is again, little riffing some more off of this idea of togetherness and connection and how we learn. And it was interesting last night, very privileged and honored to be asked to speak at a local college, Holy Family College. Beautiful college, wonderful people there. We've done some other things with them over the years, and last night was an interfaith blessing service right before graduation, and it was beautiful, and it was called "Being a Living Prayer." That was the theme. Loved that theme, and people walked in. Somebody walked in with there were sacred scriptures of the Islamic faith, the Christian faith, the Jewish faith, and then people spoke from those different perspectives, and it really was a beautiful evening. And that sort of fits well in with what I'm about to read. That it's actually through connection is how we know. Love this passage here. So take a look at this. This is from the book Secrets of Heaven, number 1928. Real things, truths, interconnect the same way communities in heaven do, and they correspond to the communities of heaven as well. So there's a number of things. Like we each have these different perspectives, and these different perspectives interconnect in the same way that different communities in heaven interconnect, which is beautiful. Sort of the Paul's idea of heaven being like a human form, which is very much part of what New Church theology that we hold very near and dear. So far as our inner dimensions, in other words, our souls, are concerned, each of us is a miniature heaven. So that idea, like there's a heaven out there and there's a heaven in here. And again, Jesus was straightforward about that, like the kingdom of heaven is within. Realities or truths that have formed connections, modeling the interconnections of heavenly communities have not come alive. Until they form these connections, heavenly love for the Lord has no suitable means of influencing them. So in other words, when we first start to our growth path, we don't really have all the interconnections. We just sort of have our perspective, our view, our way of seeing the world. And then over time, these different perspectives start to connect to one another. That's what this is talking about. They first receive life when the two models match, when the match of our miniature heaven corresponds to the image of whole. And it's such a beautiful idea, folks. So here are all these different parts, right? And then over time, eventually these parts start to interconnect. And when these parts start to interconnect, the inside part starts to interconnect. We start to see like heaven out there and start to see the interconnections of heaven out there. So the heaven out there, the heaven in here mirrors the heaven out there. Heaven out there mirrors the heaven in here. And you can just imagine the beauty of all that interconnections. Like it's such a key Christian New Church perspective that heaven is not one state or one faith or one belief or one of anything. It is one, but it's not one of, if that makes sense. It has this unity, but it's not homogeneity. It has this harmony, not homogeneity. And that's such a beautiful idea because that means here it is saying, like, well, if you really want to understand truth, you're going to have to get to the point where you start to see how it all kind of connects. And the beautiful part is that there's not like some big, huge, oh, that's so hard to do academically. No, it's this beautiful discovery. And last night was just a prime example. Like we all go through our bit, and the last pastor was this very talented woman. She's a Baptist pastor, and bang, she can bring it. We're all doing our thing, and it's wonderful and beautiful. And then the Baptist pastor closed with just this very rousing "God will be with you," charge to the new students. And it just was like, oh yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. These connections and how this all works together. This is how it's supposed to be. And I'm learning from the imam, and the imam's learning from the Episcopal pastor. The Episcopal pastor's learning from the Catholic priest, and the Catholic priest is learning from the rabbi. And it's just all this stuff, and so the kids are getting to see that. Like the students are getting to see that in real time. They're getting to see this passage I just read you. They're getting to see it work in real time, And you don't really forget moments like that. Like those moments really do become very much part of our soul's journey. And yeah, and it's what faith does. And it was interesting right before, talking to the president of the university and wonderful woman, and he was talking about the challenges of our times. There are times you just see it on her face. I mean, it clearly pained her, and that to me was just like, oh yeah, that's true too. And this interplay is so critical for the health of the world and the health of our communities because it's not asking any of us to sort of be less than who we are. It's actually lean in more and more to who we are. And when we do that, we really do find God in amazing ways. And that image of heaven that is already is out there comes in here, and the image of heaven that is in here comes out there. So that's a thought for today, folks. So if you're struggling with the day where it's a little bit too much about me, myself, and I, and we will all have days where we struggle with that. They have a day, you find some places to reach out and some places to just bear witness to the beauty of that interconnectedness that we can find out there in the world. That's the thought for today. That makes a lot of sense. And we're wishing you all the best. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a breath and we're going to shift gears. And we're going to take a breath. We're going to do a little prayer. We're going to do a blessing. And then we're going to do a meditation, prayer, and blessing. We're going to say hi to folks on social media. So, with that, dear friends, let's get started. So, I'd ask us all to just get a big breath and listen to the prayer. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's give a little cheery hello out there to folks on social uh, social media here. So let me flip onto this. All right, sorry about that, folks. Oop. All right, let me try this. Didn't seem like it went onto my page there. All right, there we go. And comment over there. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Page here. There we go. All right, a couple more comments over there. Sherry, good morning to you. Yeah, Great to 2 Sherrys. Good morning and having a great day to all. Roland and Ann, great to have you join us as well, my dear. So, you folks, great to have you joining us. For most people join us archives. Wonderful to have you anytime you join us, any day of the week, any time of the day. It's just wonderful to be able to share a little bit with you this morning. So, God bless, friends. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.